This episode, we raise a toast to American Craft Brew Week, which starts Monday, May 12th and runs through Sunday, May 19th.
And we're here to lead you in a toast to the past, present, and future of craft brewing. From the storied history of American craft brewing to the international accolades of the 2025 World Beer Cup.
And finally, we'll take a look at some of Cincinnati's excellent breweries, so that if you're in town next week, you can plan your celebration.
So whether you're a craft beer lover or you just want to know more about this amazing culture and industry, you're in the right place.
So like and subscribe and stay with us, because it's all coming up next.
Hi, I'm Paul, certified Cicerone.
And I'm Jennifer, certified beer server. And together,
we're a couple of beers. Hold up. Let's rewind for a moment. If you're celebrating American Craft Beer Week, it helps to know where it all began. And believe it or not, the roots of American craft brewing start in a pretty bleak place.
For most of the 20th century, beer in America meant one thing: mass-produced light lagers. The rich variety that had once filled taverns and beer halls across the country were gone, wiped out by Prohibition and a wave of post-war consolidation.
By the 1960s, there were fewer than 100 breweries left in the United States. That's when a young guy named Fritz Maytag stepped in.
The heir to the Maytag appliance fortune, Fritz was only 27 when he heard that Anchor Brewing in San Francisco, one of the last pre-Prohibition breweries, was about to close its doors.
Anchor made a beer called steam beer, a uniquely American style fermented with lager yeast at warmer temperatures. It had history, it had flavor, but it was on its last legs.
So Fritz bought it, cleaned up the equipment, refined the recipe, and brought Anchor Steam back to life. It wasn't just about saving a beer. It was about proving that flavor still had a place in American brewing.
It was a bold move, and though it didn't start a revolution overnight, it planted the seed for what came next.
Which brings us to 1978, a year homebrewers still toast to.
That's when President Jimmy Carter signed legislation legalizing homebrewing for the first time since Prohibition.
Suddenly, people across the country were brewing beers in their kitchens and garages. Porters, pale ales, Belgian triples, whatever they could dream up. And out of those home brewers came the first wave of craft pioneers.
Like Jack McAuliffe, who opened New Albion Brewing in 1976, arguably the first modern microbrewery. Or Ken Grossman, who founded Sierra Nevada in 1980 and introduced the world to their groundbreaking pale ale.
Which, by the way, just won another gold medal at the 2025 World Beer Cup.
These folks weren't just making beer, they were restoring beer, bringing it back from the industrial graveyard and reminding us that it could be personal and flavorful and full of character.
By the 1990s, craft beer had become a movement. Small breweries and brew pubs started appearing in cities and small towns. It wasn't mainstream yet, but it was bubbling up like crossin in a fermenter.
Yeah. And then came the boom. From just 8 craft breweries in 1980, we exploded to over 1,500 by the year 2000.
In 2005, the Brewers Association decided it was time to celebrate what this movement had become. American Craft Beer Week was launched to highlight independent brewers, foster public education, and build community around flavor rather than advertising.
Today, there are over 9,000 craft breweries in the United States, ranging from rural farmhouse brewers to urban tap rooms and barrel-aging powerhouses. Craft Beer Week isn't a marketing gimmick. It's a sincere thank you to the people who make craft beer more than just a commodity and make it a culture.
That's right. This is about connection between brewer and drinker, between old world styles and new world experimentation, between history and future.
So when we celebrate American Craft Beer Week, we're really celebrating craft beer as an art.
And that's exactly what it is. American craft beer has a rich history, built on the work of visionary brewing pioneers. And thanks to everyone still brewing bold, beautiful beer today, it has a bright future too.
So whether you're popping open a dry hop triple hazy NEPA or sipping on a barrel-aged blended sour, take a moment next week to remember that you are participating in a living tradition.
One that's still being written, one pint at a time. every 2 years, the World Beer Cup is without a doubt the Olympics of beer.
That's right, and the 2025 edition, which just wrapped up on May 1st with their award ceremony, was no disappointment. The competition was amazing. There were over 1,000 entries, there were over 100 categories, and there were 55 different countries represented.
And once again, the American craft scene showed why it's a global force, winning medals in everything from experimental IPAs to meticulously crafted German Pilsners.
Yeah, we were taken, weren't we, about not just the winners, but the innovation in brewing that was expressed. There were categories from hoppy, non-alcoholic beers to New Zealand-style IPAs to all kinds of barrel-aged sours. It made it clear that we're not just singing the same tunes.
And the brewing world is getting smaller in the best way. Did you know that breweries from Japan, Nigeria, South Korea, they all medaled this year?
Yeah, China, Brazil. I mean, it was amazing, it really was.
Yeah, so, craft beer is not just a regional cultural thing anymore.
Right.
It is truly a global phenomenon.
Now, the World Beer Cup isn't about ego, it's about chasing excellence. Every medal awarded is a reminder of the time and effort, the passion, the knowledge that it takes to brew a world-class example of style, and that's what these are.
And it was a great showing for the Buckeye State. Ohio nabbed 12 medals this year.
Hey, excellent. Cheers, Ohio.
Orange Hat Brewing of Knoxville took a bronze medal for their Irish-style red ale, Engine 402. Congrats to them.
Silver medals were awarded to 83 Brewery of Akron for their A5 barrel-aged beer, to Eudora Brewing Company of Kettering for their Motherfuggle Brown Porter, to Woolly Pig Brewery of Fresno for their Rye Dunkel, and to Fatheads Brewery of Middleburg Heights for their Alpenglow South German-style Wiesenbach. Well done, brewers.
Gold accolades for Ohio came twice for Fatheads Brewery, the first in the strong porter category with Battle Axe, and the second in the South German-style Bernsteinverbennis Wiesen category with Opry Hefe. Congratulations, Fatheads.
But we're not finished yet. Our hometown brewers showed the world that Cincinnati is on its way up as a premier craft beer destination.
A bronze medal was awarded to Brink Brewing in the category of Coffee Stout or Porter for Lil Zuni.
Silver came to Cincy in the chocolate beer category with Wandering Monster Brewing Company's Viator Obscura Triple Chocolate.
That's right, we reviewed this amazing brew during our Halloween episode at Wandering Monsters.
Cincinnati Gold was earned in the sweet or cream stout category by Brink Brewing for Moozy, and in the Scotch Ale category by Third Eye Brewing for Higher Consciousness. It's an excellent achievement from both of these Cincinnati breweries. Well done.
Absolutely. And so today we raise our glasses not just to the medal winners, but to all who entered.
So to the best of the best and all of the rest at the 2025 World Beer Cup.
Cheers.
Cheers. Now, you've heard us say it before, but we really do believe Cincinnati is certainly coming up in the world of craft beer. There's so much inspiration and talent and effort, and you can really taste that in the beer.
So for American Craft Brew Week, we want to shine a light on some standouts. These are breweries we've visited, beers we've loved, and the people who've inspired us.
So in addition to all those wonderful Cincinnati and Ohio breweries who brought home medals, make sure that you hit up those neighborhood breweries as well.
Like STREETSIDE Brewery, located at 4003 Eastern Avenue. They're always hard at work brewing up delicious beer for discerning drinkers, including one of our favorites, Raspberry Beret, which we think is a perfect summer beer. Call your friends today and tell them to meet you at STREETSIDE.
Tucked up on the banks of the Ohio River is DEADLOW Brewing, and we think it's the beast of the Southeast. Located at 5959 Kellogg Avenue, DEADLOW has a great variety of beers that'll appeal to all kinds of tastes, and an amazing scratch kitchen to help you pair those delicious beers. Definitely stop out and drop a line at DEADLOW.
West Side Brewing can be found at 3044 Harrison Avenue, and in our opinion, is one of the best in the West. Lots of fresh, delicious beer varieties await you and your friends, along with great service. You don't want to miss out on West Side. Your taste buds will thank you.
LISTERMANN Brewing Company has been a part of Cincinnati craft brewing for 17 years. Located at 1621 Dana Avenue, you can be sure to get a great variety of dark and light beers at LISTERMANN. Make sure you drop by and have a pint.
March 1st Brewing can be found at 7885 East Kemper Road on the north side of town. In addition to a wide variety of beer selections, March 1st is home of the very popular seltzer Ad Astra. There's plenty of room inside and outside for parties, office gatherings, and for everyday get-togethers with your friends, so be sure to give March 1st a try.
If you find yourself in Montgomery, Ohio during American Craft Beer Week, then MPH Brewing should definitely be a stop for you. Located at 7880 Remington Road, MPH has an amazing venue, great beer, and delicious food. So it's a practically perfect place for practicing your beer pairing skills.
Narrow Path Brewing Company in Loveland is located between Carl Brown Way and the Bike Path and represents some of the best craft beer in Cincinnati. They have lots of great beers and lots of brewing awards to prove it. But you don't need to take our word for it. Whether you're looking for experimental beers, cask service, or just need a rest after a long walk or ride, stop in to see Chad and his brew crew at Narrow Path.
So this Craft Beer Week, we hope to encourage you to get out and explore the beer in your own backyard. Check out your local breweries and try something new, or maybe even revisit an old favorite. Either way, with beer, the most important thing is
Sharing it with someone. It's not just about the beer. It's about the connection that you're making.
That's right. Beer culture is about connection, and we want to make a connection with you too. Leave a comment, tell us about how you're planning to celebrate. We'd love to know what's in your glass.
So like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon because you don't want to miss any future rounds of a couple of beers.
But until then, may your beers be cold.
And your beds be warm.
Cheers.